I think you damn right, Bert.
Go. Oh God. Oh God. Damn. Jim, you okay? Jim, you okay? Hey, you okay? Get up, dude. Come on. Get up.
Our greetings. I am Lord Freakzilla, and this is Gothic Sagas. Here we explore deep into the shadows of reality, where the strange, the creepy, and the tragic collide. So hit that subscribe button, and together, let's venture into the darkness, where shadows dance and secrets lurk. Urbex Hill is one of the most infamous urban exploration channels on YouTube, run by Chris Hill, a man known for pushing his luck in places even veteran explorers won't touch. His specialty? Venturing into massive decaying structures, and always doing it alone, often under the cover of night. In January of 2023, Chris uploaded a footage of one of the most unnerving explorations yet, a midnight visit to the abandoned Paul Revere Elementary School in Cleveland, Ohio. The school, after nearly a century of use, was shuttered in 2015 due to declining enrollment. Plans were whispered about turning the property into a housing complex, but as of 2024, Paul Revere Elementary still rots in silence, left to collapse in on itself. From the moment Chris steps inside, the ruin is overwhelming. The lower floors are submerged under murky floodwater, ceilings sag, walls peel like dead skin, and the air hums with the smell of rust and mold. Books, lesson plans, and even chalkboards still linger in the classrooms, slowly being swallowed by decay. Yet on some of these boards are messages written in fresh chalk, proof that someone, or something, still walks these halls. This wasn't Chris' first trip. He had visited the year before, and viewers who once studied there left haunting comments beneath that video, mourning the fate of their childhood school. For them, Paul Revere Elementary was once a place of joy. Now it's only a ruin and shadow. Roughly 10 minutes into the exploration, Chris freezes.
What is that? Do you hear that? Somebody's here.
From the corner of his lens, another beam of light cuts through the darkness, a flashlight. Another figure is here, alone, silent, and moving. At 1 a.m, in a place like this, you don't wait to see what their intentions are. Chris slips into the shadows, retreating deeper into the school, hoping not to cross paths again. But the building doesn't let him go so easily. On the top floor, Chris enters the bathroom and immediately recoils.
Somebody's in there. Scared the out of me. Oh, man.
At the far end, a human silhouette stands perfectly still, framed against the dim light. For a moment, Chris believes he isn't alone. He raises his weapon, ready to confront whoever is waiting.
Hello. It's a f***ing toy. Oh my god, that scared the out of me.
It isn't a person, it's a mannequin. Someone deliberately placed in there, waiting in the darkness, positioned just to startle anyone reckless enough to step inside. But what's most disturbing is the timing. Just as Chris entered, the mannequin toppled forward, as if lunging toward him. Shaken but not deterred, Chris presses on. Some rooms look almost frozen in time, whiteboards scrawled with lessons, teaching supplies that could have been salvaged. Instead, they're abandoned to rot along with the building. Roughly 30 minutes later, Chris finds himself on the roof, testing the limits of the fragile structure. The risk of collapse is real, but he manages to climb down safely. Back inside, the silence is shattered by something else, an unearthly howl echoing through the halls.
The safe is still here. I wonder what's in it.
The sound cuts him off. His camera catches movement, a shadow shifting behind a distant door. He isn't alone, again. Gun in hand, Chris searches every room, but finds nothing. The presence remains unseen, but watching. Finally exhausted, he decides to leave. Yet Paul Revere Elementary has one more secret to give.
Oh, here it is. This place is crazy. I remember the last time I explored it. Hello? Hello? What? Okay, I know I heard somebody coming down these stairs. I'm out.
Footsteps pound above him, deliberate, heavy, in sync with his own. He calls out, no answer. He ascends the stairs only to find empty halls. The sound has vanished. Chris makes his way out, rattled but unharmed. Since then, he's continued exploring America's forgotten ruins. But Paul Revere Elementary still stands, waiting, its halls echoing with more than just memories of children. I have to say the most disturbing part of this video was clearly the mannequin. If you go back and you look at it in slow motion, it still seems like the mannequin lifts up and then comes forward a little just before it falls to the side. For a couple of seconds, I even thought it was a real person. So what do you think? Do you think the mannequin was creepy, and would you have continued the investigation after witnessing a jump scare like that? Let me know in the comments. The proper people, Brian and Michael, have spent a decade earning a rare kind of trust on YouTube. They built their name on honest footage, real ruins, real danger, and real silence. Their reputation made what happened at the Jensen Center in Northport, Alabama, all the more unsettling. Once known as Bryce Hospital, the complex opened in 1939 and closed in the late 1970s. Decades of neglect have turned it into a skeleton of hallways, collapsed roofs, graffiti-scarred walls, a place where nature has slowly swallowed the architecture and where the only signs of life are the flashlights of explorers who come looking. Brian and Michael arrive at night. The lot is empty. Their headlights cut swaths across cracked pavement. Moonlight knits pale patterns over broken windows. They choose to start below, in the basement, because basements remember the sounds people try to forget. The building groans and breathes around them. Rust flakes from railings. Tile peels from walls. Every step echoes like a question thrown into a well. They climb to the top floor to survey a collapsed wing, and that's when the footage lurches.
Whoa, look at this. Look at this staircase out here. Oh.
What?
There's somebody there.
No way.
Yes, I see their light. They're out there. I swear on my life. Right there.
I hear him.
Should I say hello?
Yeah.
There's somebody out there. Let's go back to the car. This way. If it's somebody wanting to talk to us.
Let's go to the car now.
Oh yeah.
At first, it looks like a single distant light, someone else exploring, or a hiker with a phone. But as the camera pans, the silhouette in the window becomes clearer. A figure standing on the far staircase, holding a small light and watching. Then something far more disturbing happens. When Brian and Michael turn their flashlight off, the person outside does the exact same thing, instantly and deliberately mirroring them, as if the watcher is reading the room through their own silence. They call out. No answer. They sweep the rooms. The place offers no footsteps, no breath, just patient darkness. The two men decide to retreat to the car. fast, quiet, and cautious. Not because the building might fall, but because the presence outside feels purposeful, not accidental. Later, watching the tape back, a small detail makes the skin crawl. There were no cars in the lot when they arrived, and none when they left. Whoever stood on that staircase had come on foot. Whoever waited on the stairs had been there long enough to watch them approach, long enough to know when the visiting lights went out. There is no final reveal on the footage. I have to say, when they turned off their light and the other person did also, that had to be a chilling moment, because you realize that person was watching you and learning your moves. And for them not to answer when they called out was definitely a sign things could go very badly if they stayed. It was a good call for them to leave when they did. What do you think? In 2019, 5 real estate investors entered what looked like just another distressed property in the Angora neighborhood of Southwest Philadelphia. It was supposed to be routine, a walkthrough, a checklist, another house in need of work, but only minutes in, that illusion shattered. As one of the men approached the staircase leading to the second floor, he stopped cold. Something glinted in the shadows.
Look,
Nail wire,
Look.
right, that goes up
look the nail
to a
over
knife
there.
system.
Oh my god.
Dude, that kill
There.
somebody,
Look
bro.
what is there, the knife. Right there, right there. You see the wire?
You don't see the knife up there?
Right here. You see this wire going over here? It's going right to your heart.
It's on a crutch with a knife.
How'd you catch that?
The distressed house wasn't just broken down, it was booby-trapped. A crude mechanism of wire, duct tape, and a rusted blade that had been rigged to the stairs. Anyone who climbed would have triggered it, and the knife would have come swinging down. After a tense moment of realization, the investors decided to test it.
Alright, here you got it.
Yeah.
You send this.
Look at where you tripping. Stop at the
Yeah.
bottom. The step.
You think?
Yeah.
What is it?
At the step.
Oh!
Look at that. Yo, that straight up killed you right in the head.
Look at it.
Yo, that's right.
No. Hold on. You need to stop more. You need to step over.
Yo, that would have got you right in your neck.
Oh my God! Right in his head.
No, my
Yo,
heart.
you gotta
My
send
head.
this video.
When the wire was pulled tight, the knife whipped downward at neck level, exactly where a person's throat would be. Not a scare tactic, not a prank, a kill trap. It was crudely built but efficient, quick enough, sharp enough, and placed with intention. Whoever set it up wanted blood. One of the investors later told NBC that in his career, he'd seen all kinds of unsettling things inside abandoned houses. Stray animals, squatters, makeshift drug labs, but nothing close to this. Never had he come within inches of a deliberate attempt on his life. And yet, after dismantling the trap, the investors pressed on. They explored the rest of the house, bought it, and renovated it. The booby trap for them became just another dark memory, though one wrong step on that staircase could have been their final one. I have to say, finding a trap like that in a house is brutal, and I can't believe they stayed after finding that. Would you? Because that tells me if there's one, there could have been more. Would you ever keep exploring after finding something like this? Let me know in the comments. Exploration Unknown is the work of John, a YouTuber who has been documenting his dives into forgotten places since 2016. His channel is filled with ruined schools, factories, and decayed homes. But in March 2019, he and a fellow explorer entered a house with a history darker than most. Locals whispered that years earlier, a woman had taken her own life inside. Grief-stricken after the death of her child, the house still stood, but only barely.
That floor is gone right there. That's a deep drop. These floors are not very stable.
Hear it?
Yeah. You guys check out that fireplace.
If that falls, dude, I don't know what it's going to do to the rest of this house.
Yeah, I know, because that's a load-bearing wall out there.
That's going to be a lot of weight to hit this floor. I'm really nervous about that right there.
Yeah, and look at the
We
ceiling.
need to get out of here before that happens.
When most people think about urban exploration, they imagine the danger of squatters, wild animals, or even the police. But the most immediate threat is far simpler: gravity. When a century-old floor gives away, there's no warning, no second chance. The house creaked and shifted under the weight of the two men. Still, they pressed deeper, choosing to risk the instability.
All right, guys, I think we've decided to chance it. What do you think, Tim? I think we talked about it.
It hasn't moved anymore.
Let's just stay away from that area.
Yes.
Let's go back here to the room where the wife. You didn't fall through the floor, did you?
No, but it cracked a little.
Oh man, there's a crib in here. Oh shoot.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, I just fell through the floor. Ow. God.
You alright, man?
Oh,
You need to go.
we gotta get out of here.
By the time John realized the floor had cracked beneath him, it was already too late. He shifted just enough of his weight to keep from plunging all the way through, but one leg broke through, dangling over a 10-foot drop into the basement below. The near miss was enough. They didn't explore any further. Slowly, carefully, the two men backed out of the house and into the safety of the night. John still uploads explorations regularly, but that particular house, where the weight of the past and the fragility of the present nearly claimed him, hasn't seen him return. I don't think I would have kept exploring. That whole room was like a death trap waiting to happen. One wrong vibration and that entire fireplace could have taken the floor down with them. And finding a crib in the middle of all that, after hearing the story of the woman and her child, that's just chilling. I don't blame him for leaving after he almost fell through the floor. That was a good call. Would you have kept going after that? Or is that the moment you would have left for good? Let me know in the comments. TP Urbex is a channel fully dedicated to urban exploration, and despite being active for only a little over a year, it's already gained more than 350,000 subscribers. In January of 2024, two young explorers uploaded a video from an abandoned high school in Gary, Indiana, William A. Wirt High School, located less than a mile from Lake Michigan. The footage shows a building in terrible condition, but you can still tell it was once impressive. Out of all the rooms, the auditorium stood out the most. Its rows of bright red seats were like a haunting time capsule, a reminder of the school's former life before everything decayed. But as the teens walked through the aisles, something unexpected happened.
Looks like some kids got in here and were throwing some stuff from the balcony area. Oh, hey, what's up, man? You want us to get on out of here? Hey, we'll leave, bro. We'll leave, all right? Come on. Let's go. Just get out of any door. This door right here. You sure? Let's go. Yo, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Thankfully, he stopped once they made it outside, but the fact that he never said a word, just chased them while gripping a pipe, makes the encounter especially chilling. It's possible the man was a homeless squatter, someone who had been using the school as a shelter. From his perspective, two strangers barging into his space might have felt threatening. But from the explorer's side, being chased by a silent man wielding a weapon in a crumbling school is the stuff of nightmares. In September 2020, John and Tim from Exploration Unknown set out to document an alleged abandoned altar deep in the woods. But from the very start, there were red flags that should have warned them to turn back. As they drove in, they noticed a sign suggesting they may not have been on public land after all. The location felt off, and that uneasy feeling only grew stronger. Moments later, they realized why.
Where are we?
It's supposed to be public land.
This is private property, bro.
Well, maybe it's like this over here, somebody's private property. But I know this over here should be like public land. Shh. Okay, dude, key light. Kill your light, dude. Oh my God, dude, it's a car. Shh. Hide. Dude, they were waiting. Somebody's here. Shh. Get down. Oh God, dude, we gotta get out of here. You shut the engine off.
Hey, I seen your damn lights up there.
Oh God. Dude, he's
Get off my property.
He's got a gun. Okay, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. Okay. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Oh God, oh God. Tim, you okay? Tim, you okay? You okay? Get up, dude, come on. Get up, get up, get up. Get up. Are you hit? Are you hit? Are you hit? Oh God, run, dude, run. Run. Okay, okay.
A car suddenly appeared and stopped nearby. The driver killed the engine, stepped out, and pulled a gun. John and Tim instantly panicked, ducking into the brush and whispering frantically about whether they should run or stay quiet. The man began shouting at them to get off his property, but before they could fully retreat, he fired a shot into the woods. For a split second, it looked like Tim had been hit when he dropped to the ground, but thankfully, it turned out he had just tripped in the chaos. Heart racing, the two explorers scrambled through the undergrowth, running as fast as they could until they finally made it back to safety. They escaped unharmed, but the abandoned altar was never found, and after that night, they never returned. It's unclear where John even got his information about the altar's location, but given how quickly the situation escalated, it's safe to say that this exploration could have easily ended in tragedy. I just can't say if I see a sign saying I'm not on public land that I would keep exploring. That is just way too dangerous, and obviously people can react with extreme measures. So what do you think about this exploration? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
And that wraps up this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe so we can keep bringing you more creepy, bizarre, and haunting tales. Check out the links below to dive deeper. And if you have your own creepy encounter, tell us in the comments. We might feature it in a future video. Until next time, sleep tight.